Brandon here. Time for more Brandon's Boy Problems. I started off 2025 taking a break from dating apps and social media. I just really needed a break. Like, since moving to New York, dating apps have been awful. Like, it really has been draining. And, like, I always have seen for years people complaining about dating apps, hating on them, like, saying they're just a toxic place, they lower your self esteem, they are useless for like dating or relationships or even hooking up. And personally, like, I had mainly good experiences over the years. Like, I first started using dating apps all the way back in like 2010 when I was like 19 in college, and now I'm 34. And like, all my relationships I've ever been in started online. I've gotten the most dates online compared to anywhere else, the meeting guys in person. I've hooked up with more guys I met online. Like, I never really had issues with meeting people online until moving to New York City. And I feel like this past year, it's just been awful. But even when I travel, though, I'm not really meeting as many guys online anymore. It's just so much bullshit on there. It really is just like a bunch of scammers asking to like beg for like medication now. Like, I get those messages like daily now. So many faceless profiles, and I'm like, bro, if I'm not responding to you after looking at your profile, clearly it's because I don't know what the hell you look like. So you should obviously know by now to send a face picture. Like, I should not have to ask you to send for a face picture. Like, you should know to send one regardless. And I don't have time for disappearing pictures, waves. Like, I feel like the dating apps just ruin themselves by making it easier for like DL anonymous people to just be trolls and annoying on there, instead of going back to how things were in the beginning, where it's like there was no tapping, no waving. Like, you had to actually send someone a message if you wanted their attention. Like, I want dating apps to go back to that. Like, gay men are really getting tired of them. Like, they really are just gonna become like a DL hookup place where everyone's like an anonymous profile. Like, someone needs to make an app that's literally just anonymous profiles. And I want the regular dating apps to go back to being like, you have to have a face picture. Like, I really think they'd have much more luck, but then I guess it's like, if you want more people on the app, you don't want them to find love and get off the app. You want them to stay on it. So I guess you want them to have to deal with the bullshit. And I've just always been a big, huge proponent of dating apps because they are the easiest way to meet people. Like, again, like, I hate when people like want to be like, it's better to meet people in person. It's like, the same people you meet online also exist in real life. Like, you can meet them in both places. It's just online, it gives you a way wider field and you have more options to try to find people that are actually your type. It's like, yeah, there's gay men everywhere in New York, but it doesn't mean they're all gay men my type. So it's like, just because I see gays here, there, everywhere, it doesn't mean like I'm seeing like the majority of them I'm attracted to. Like, in reality, I'm like barely attracted to any of them. So it's just been rough. And even it was starting to get to me emotionally. We're like, okay, this is just wasting my time on these apps because it's not leading to dates. It's not leading to even hooking up. It's not leading to friendship. It's not leading to anything. It just wasted time. So I took a break. It was like a 10-day break, but then I did get back on them when I did like go on my first work trip of the year, because I do travel a lot. So I mean, even if I know like dating apps are useless in New York City, at least I get to get out of the city and like meet guys elsewhere. And like, it did happen. I did meet a guy and hooked up. We met online. Like, it was a great encounter, though I'll talk about that in the next video. But it just was like coming back to New York. I'm just like, ugh, now I'm back on the apps and they're useless again. So, but it's like I talked to some guys here and there, but it really just never really goes anywhere. But I really don't think it's the app's fault that the people are just shitty. Like, again, you can't blame the app because gay men are awful. Like, people are liars, flakes, frauds, like whatever. And it's like, you still can meet those types of people in person. So I hate when people just always blame it on the app. It's like, I think too many people are delusional, thinking real life's gonna be like a fairy tale. You're just gonna meet Mr. Perfect walking down the street, in the grocery store, at the bar. He just comes up and approaches you. Like, girl, like, it's not gonna happen. Like, this is not a TV show. It could happen. It's possible. Like, the most consistent guy I've met in New York so far, I met at the gym, but he was DL and doesn't speak English and is married with kids. So it's kind of like, not really quite a love story, but you can meet guys in person. But I do think I need to put in more effort to meeting more guys in person. Like, it's weird because when I was younger, like, I had no issue approaching guys, going after who I wanted. Like, granted, I mainly was just looking for guys to use for money and buy me drinks and food, but now that I'm older and I actually want something of substance, it's like impossible to find in New York City. And I really don't think, and people always say like, it's just there's too many options in New York. People don't want to settle down. And like, it's like everyone I know that lives here, it's like, it really is not that many options. Like, there are not that many appealing men. Or maybe I'm just like, in the black gay world, it's really, do not have unlimited options in New York City. There are not that many eligible, attractive, worthy black men of your time here. So maybe it's just hard to meet a black gay man in New York City trying to find love, but also I feel like all gays are struggling, like, regardless of ethnicity, because it's just like, there's too many fuckboys. I get it. It's like everyone here is just broke and struggling, trying to like pay the bills and get ahead and like survive, that it's like they don't prioritize dating, and honestly they probably just can't even afford dating. It's like you're already worried about how am I gonna feed myself. It's like I don't have time to like pay for anyone else's food, and then it's like splitting the bill, and it's like ugh. And then the guys that do have money are usually like ugly or weird, and you're just kind of like, ugh, I don't want to see you again. Like, I don't have it in me to ever just date someone for their money. Like, I can go on a date for you for free food or free drinks, but like 2 dates is my limit for that. I cannot do like continuously date someone when I know I'm not into you. I only just want you for the free food and drinks. I just really can't. I just can't. Like, because it's gonna get to a point where it's like you're gonna want to hook up, and I'm just gonna be like, ugh, like, I'm not wasting your time more than 2 dates. Like, that's my personal limit. Other people are capable of doing that. People want stability. There's a lot of homeless men out here looking for someone to take them in. I've done it before in Atlanta a lot. I don't have time for that, but I just needed that big break from dating apps, and honestly, part of me wishes I stayed off of them longer, because I kind of felt like, okay, now I'm back on them. But then again, I like to use them for networking too. It's like, even if I'm not meeting people, like, my profile's up and visible, all my social media links are there, people can discover me, discover my content, discover what I'm making. So I'm not just on there solely, I guess, dates and hooking up, even though that is the goal, but the purpose really is that I like to be seen. I want people to know me. I want people to discover me, discover my content. So I'm there, I'm visible, you can find me, you can see me, etc. But ideally, I want to find love, but online has been useless lately. So I'm definitely going to be more motivated to meet more guys in person, even though it's not like there's tons of big, beefy, brawny, bush and bearded tops in NYC that are into me, but still remaining hopeful. But taking that dating app break definitely was helpful, and honestly, I might start taking more of them, because dating apps are not what they used to be. They've definitely gone downhill. I wish they would make changes to stop catering to the DL population, because that is ruining it for all the openly gay men. But then again, I know that apps want people to not find love, so you stay on the app, and they make more money in advertising and whatever, so they don't have any invested interest in you finding love and getting off the app, because they want you to stay on there and be miserable and complain. So, thanks for joining me for this episode of Branden's Boy Problems.